What's going on, Jello family? In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to be more charismatic. For me, a lot of my charisma training has just come from school, as well as my time in corporate America, working at Google, working at Meta, Airbnb. I've learned a lot about charisma because I've been around such great people who are extremely charismatic. And I took a lot of what I learned from them into my charisma, into the way I basically articulate, talk to people, and command a room. For me, I recently just had one of the most charismatic speakers I've ever met in my life. He was a director at Netflix. He was responsible for the Jake Paul and Mike Tyson fight that's soon to come on Netflix, as well as he's the one who has brought ads to Netflix. Also, I think he was a business partner for Tom Brady's agent, so pretty cool. And I learned so much from him, just the way he commanded a room, right? The way he commanded a room, I'm going to start this whole kind of podcast off with a story of how he commanded a room. What he would do was, anytime the class had a question about Netflix, had a question about a certain program, he would be extremely engaged. Rather than just standing in front of the classroom, and UCLA Anderson is a very beautiful business school, right? Imagine a great classroom auditorium. You can walk up the stairs to go see to see the people in the crowd, and it's just very gorgeous. So what he would do is, anytime when anyone would answer a question, he would come up to them, look at them in the eye, repeat your name, and then ask you, what are your thoughts on the question, right? This, for one, allowed the class to be more engaged and excited to ask questions. I kid you not. The class for like 60, 70 people at a time, I've never seen so many hands raised, excited to ask him questions about Netflix, excited to ask him about questions about his career. And the reason people were so excited to ask about him was not only was the work he did really cool, but he was extremely charismatic. And there's not a doubt in my mind, if he did some boring work, like, I don't know, just boring work that wasn't interesting, his charisma would have still made us excited to ask a question. It could have been about paint drying, right? So let me just kind of go into the story. So he was just really talking about the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight and how they're coming to Netflix and how it's going to impact Netflix as a tech company, how they can generate more revenue for it, right? So that was my question, actually. I had my hand raised. I was like, hey, my name's Angelo. I have a question about this fight. Jake Paul, Mike Tyson. Are they going to the Netflix platform because you're hoping to generate more revenue from their subscribers, their viewer, from their followings? And he told me, well, why don't you think about this, Angelo? What are your thoughts? And I said, hey, Jake and Mike Tyson have a couple million followers on Instagram, on YouTube. I think this may be a money play for Netflix to have more people come on the platform to watch them, right? I think it'll generate more revenue. I think it's great for Netflix to pivot to live sports. If you want to call this event a live sport, I think it's a live sports boxing. And he said, yes, that is a great observation. However, I want you to think more, right?